Have you seen Maeve?
No, she's been holed up in her office all morning.
Well, what was so important that you called me all the way over from Cedars on my lunch break to talk about it better be good.
It is the best. I've just finished that article in India.
That's what I passed up a huge, beautiful green garden salad for, leisure lunched it, and opted for a cheeseburger and fries for.
Well, if that is going to be your attitude, I guess maybe I won't run one of these pictures with the article.
You're going to use one of mine?
These are front-page exclusives, my lady.
Well, I guess they're okay, but they're really not that good. Are they?
Well, you could use a little practice. But one of these beauts is going on page 1.
Oh, wow, Fletcher. There's just one hitch. What is Maeve going to think when she finds out you're using one of my pictures?
Stoddard, S-T-O-D-D-A-R-D. First initial M. Yes, I'd like a one-way ticket to Paris, first class, on Friday. I'll be traveling with an infant. Yes, I'll hold. Kyle.
I need to speak with you.
If it's about the divorce, have your attorney call my attorney. I don't want to discuss it with you anymore.
Perfect. That's not why I'm here anyway. I've got something much more important to discuss.
What?
The malpractice suit I'm bringing against Doctors Sedgwick, Darnell, and that butcher who killed my son. I want his name, Maeve, now.
This whole thing with Kyle and the baby has been too much for her to handle. She hasn't been rational about anything. Pat and I, we've been trying to handle everything, but it's been pretty difficult. And I'm worried about her. That's why I went ahead with this India article, because it's important news. And I'm not going to let the credibility of the Journal be at risk just because Maeve is not herself.
Well, why don't you just forget about using the picture? I mean, you might have a better chance fighting for the article.
Problem. These pictures may not be Pulitzer Prize, but I need them to get people to read the article. They go together kind of like cheeseburger and fries.
Which one do I get to be?
Yeah, well.
Okay, look. Use the picture, but skip the credit. That might help.
Deal. But
That was easy.
you are going to get paid journal-going rate. Is that fair enough?
Sure. I need all the money I can get now that I'm buying Revabin.
You're buying Revabin.
Yeah. Since all the ruckus at the memorial service, Kyle agreed to transfer the deed into my name. On one condition, that he lets me pay full market price.
Oh, yeah? Well, does Mr. Hop, when I snap my fingers, does he agree to that?
He's not that bad, Fletcher.
Depends on who you talk to.
Maeve's still gonna go through with the divorce.
Last I heard.
Boy, it seems a little too soon after everything. Too soon after the baby.
It is too soon and too late. You and I both know they never belonged together.
Well, thanks for using one of my pictures. I appreciate it.
Yeah, when you keep up the good work, you'll be a pro yet.
Yeah, all right. I gotta get back to Cedars. I'm working in the daycare center this
Oh, yeah?
afternoon. Yep. Oh, about the money.
Listen, don't worry about it because I'll keep it strictly low-key. Maeve will never find out.
Good. She's already been hurt enough.
Reva? Why do we do it?
Do what?
Why do we care about people so much? There's got to be an easier way.
Easier? Definitely. Better? I don't know. Let's see.
Our son was stillborn for no apparent reason. As far as I'm concerned, that means only one thing, the doctor's negligence, and I'm not going to rest until whoever's responsible pays.
Kyle, there isn't always a rational explanation for everything.
Just give me the doctor's name. I'll handle the rest.
If I thought that malpractice was involved, believe me, I would be with you 100%, but there wasn't.
Give me his name.
No malpractice suit. No one did anything wrong.
Who are you protecting, Maeve?
I have to get back to work.
Facts are facts, Maeve. Neither Dr. Sedgwick nor Darnell paid the proper attention to the fact that you had diabetes.
That is not a fact. That is a fantasy.
Oh, well, is it also a fantasy that only Dr. Ramsey warned you of the dangers?
Dr. Ramsey was unstable for most of my pregnancy. Kyle, you would never listen to her, except that it happens to fit in with your revenge fantasy.
Look, Maeve, if you had ever wanted to have this baby in the first place...
If I had ever wanted?
Look at the facts, Maeve. You never took proper care of yourself, no matter how much I begged you to. And now you're protecting whoever's responsible for murdering our son.
I'm telling you, Kyle, our child was stillborn. There's nothing anyone could have done.
All right. Give me something to believe in, then. Let me have something to go on. Maybe I can be as charitable then as you are.
I don't remember the doctor's name. I'm sorry.
All right, then let me have the name of the hospital. I'll find the doctor that way.
It was in Cincinnati, Kyle. I haven't been there before. It started with an L. Ludlow or Lebanon or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't remember very much.
No, you don't seem to be remembering very much, or is it that you're hiding something?
I was in labor, for God's sake. I didn't have time to sit and take notes.
All right, point well taken then. Let me have copies of the hospital bills. I'll find the doctor that way.
I paid for everything in cash.
In cash? Well, all right, then. Are there no copies of the bill?
Well, of course there was. I just don't remember where it is.
Well, there also was a death certificate that you gave me. May I have that, or is that also been misplaced?
You have to understand the kind of pressure I've been under.
You don't know the meaning of the word. I don't know why you're lying to me, but you are. When I'm finished with my investigation, there won't be any more lies or evasions left standing, believe me.
Yes, this is Miss Stoddard again. I'd like to confirm my reservation to Paris on Friday.
Am I going to die?
No, you have the flu, that's all.
Are you sure? She seems so ill.
Well, the stomach flu does that. You can stay with her a while if you want.
Thank you.
I feel better. Thanks for taking me.
You're welcome. Now rest.
What do you think? Has Piggy got a cell waiting for me at the state home?
Dory, don't even think about that now. The only person who knows anything is Audra. She's full of blueberry pie. Now, I'm leaving. You get some sleep, okay?
What's the rush?
Would you like me to stay?
Tell me a story. I bet you're real good at telling stories.
I have a better idea. Why don't you tell me a story? Like, why you're here? Where's your family?
It's a secret.
Oh.
But since you saved my life, I guess I'll tell you. If you promise to tell me one.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Not very many people know this, but my mom used to be a famous movie star. Very beautiful. Something like you. And she couldn't have me around anymore because I'm not sure why. She tried to tell me, but I didn't understand. So they got me.
Who are they?
Terrorists. Big and hairy, sharp teeth, deep, scary voices, guns, the whole bit. I came here to hide from them.
Oh. Not bad for a fib.
Not bad? Darn good. Now it's your turn.
I can't beat that.
Where are you going? I hope it wasn't something I said.
is it, Sophia?
They've caught her, Mr. Spaulding. They've caught India.
So she's not as clever as I'd hoped.
We'll have to tell the Baron.
Yes, I'll tell him.
She won't go to prison, will she?
I don't know. That's up to a jury. And to my sister.
If the Baron hears it, no telling what he'll do.
Yes, well, I'll handle it. You go upstairs and bring him down.
All right, thanks, Kitty.
Sure.
You got a minute?
For you two bozos? Sure, come on in.
We, have a problem.
If it's about your favorite neighborhood bar serving quiche, Pat, I don't want to hear about it.
No, it's not that.
We're having a problem laying out this evening's edition.
Your what? My star editor? What are you talking about?
We need some help, boss lady.
What is a fearless leader for?
I can't wait to see what's holding up you two old pros. Looks okay. Page 1, op-ed. Page 3, business section. What's this?
That is our lead.
Move the National Park story to the front page. People need to know how severely underfunded the national parks are.
India is our lead story.
No. The cornerstone of this paper is integrity. All I see here is innuendo and speculation. And running a picture of India in a prison uniform is shabby beyond belief.
Don't make me laugh. You're suppressing a legitimate news story because it involves a friend of yours. So much for integrity.
Pat, that'll be all. Close the door on your way out, will you?
Sure.
Don't you ever grandstand in front of me like that again. You may be as good an editor as you think you are. And you may even be so important to the Journal that you can take some liberties, but you just crossed the limits.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset.
Look, I don't think that much of myself, but I do think a whole lot of this newspaper, and there aren't many guys around America who can say the same thing about their rags. Now, you are mostly responsible for making the Journal what it is today, but you are starting to destroy what you've slaved to build it into, and I can't let you.
You think I'm hurting the Journal?
I think you need some time off, get away and rest, and I can help.
All right, Fletcher. You don't have to beg. I'm leaving.
Maeve, I can't keep up with you lately. You're scaring me with all these erratic decisions. I am worried about you.
My personal life is none of your business.
Maeve, please don't shut me out. I care about you.
I know. I just... Forgive me.
Forgiven. Now, what about Kyle? Does he know?
No. We're finished. He knows all he needs to know, if he ever needed to know anything. It's funny, isn't it? The only reason I came to Springfield was because of Kyle.
Well, you still don't have to leave. You still have ties here.
Yes, I do.
I don't want you to go.
I don't want to go either. But you were on vacation, and then you asked for more time off, and now you're here. What happened, Louis?
I'm in to do emergency surgery.
And where did you get that baby? Don't you dare tell me it's a souvenir from your last trip.
Look, I don't have time to explain now. I'm late for OR.
Well, Dr. Darnell, this is a surprise. I guess it is for you, too.
Cut the jokes, nurse. I'm late for surgery.
All right, doctor. Now, what's the name, please?
Darnell.
No, I think she means the first name, Louis.
Ben. Ben.
Louis, I don't think you have to worry about Ben at all.
Good. Look, will you keep this under your hat? I don't want the other residents to give me a hard time, okay?
Well, of course. You know how I love secrets.
Yeah.
Lillian, you assigned to daycare today, too?
Oh, no, I just came by to gossip.
Excuse me?
Well, I really shouldn't say this. I mean, I promised I'd keep a secret. But Louis came in with a baby today. Look at it. He's right in there.
You mean Ben?
You already knew about him?
Sure, I babysat for him the other night. Ben is Louis' cousin. His parents worked in the Peace Corps. Something were killed in some awful storm, and so Louis is taking care of the baby until they can make other plans.
Oh, that poor little orphan. And here I was gossiping about him.
Well, I'm always up for a little gossip. I understand you did quite a job of kicking up your heels the other night.
Oh, you mean my date with Hawk? Mm-hmm. We had a wonderful time.
Come on, Lillian, let your hair down. What was it really like?
Eva.
We are both grown women, right? Whatever you have to tell me, I can take it. Can't be any worse than anything I've ever done.
Isn't there something important you ought to be doing right now?
Okay, keep it to yourself if you must. I'm just glad to know you two are getting along so well.
Me too. That's all I'm going to say. So I'll get back to the nurse's station, and you're going to keep an eye on our special guest.
You bet I will. See you later.
Okay.
Well, you look like a lady who could help a guy out. I'm looking for Reva Shane.
What for?
I'm Dick Sexton. I write for the Mirror.
So?
So who you fooling? You're her, aren't you?
You know, you have just about as much tact as you have integrity. If you'll excuse me, I've got some work I have to do.
Hey, wait, there's money in it for you. Rumor has it you took pictures of India Spalding doing time at Stony Lake.
What if I did?
Well, then there's big bucks in it for you if you sell them to me.
Sorry, Journal's already running them.
I wouldn't bet on that. Tom-toms say that India Spalding is Maeve Stoddard's best friend. Now, ladies of the club stick together, if you know what I mean.
The Journal doesn't cover up or exploit.
Maybe. But let the pictures run with the Mirror. We'll double the Journal's offer.
Would you like some lunch, sir?
No, thank you, Alfredo.
If you're looking for something, sir, perhaps you'll find it in your luggage. Mrs. Sampson insisted I packed everything that belonged to you. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It doesn't seem as if either one of us had much choice.
What should I do with your luggage, sir?
Have it sent to the Lakeland Hotel. I'll be staying there for a time.
I don't mean to be forward, sir, but where shall I be staying? I mean, shall I stay here with Mrs. Sampson or go with you?
You've been with me for years, Alfredo.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the way it's going to stay.
Thank you, sir. If you'd tell me what you were looking for, sir, perhaps I could help you find it.
No, that's all right. I'll manage. Perhaps you'd better go pack it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Where the hell is it, Maeve?
Mr. Lewis is here to see you, sir.
Cal, we got to talk.
Thank you, Alfredo. See, we're not disturbed, please.
Yes, sir.
Look, there's a real problem with that WSPR stock.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, you know, we agreed to sell 30% to raise capital. Somehow we got our wires crossed, and we sold 60%. Bottom line is we don't have a majority interest in the stock anymore.
How the hell did that happen?
I don't know how it happened, but what I want to know is what we're going to do about it before those other buyers band together and we lose control altogether.
Well, I don't see what you're getting so excited about. Just buy back enough stock so we've got control once more.
Kyle, will you quit fussing around? Look, we got a potential disaster on our hands here, and you're running around the room like a duck looking for a June bug.
I have to find my son's death certificate, Billy.
I'm glad that I have you and Pat to leave the Journal with. I know it'll be in good hands.
I'll take care of it like it was my own.
Except you have to follow my guidelines. Now, about the
Listen,
business...
why don't you just forget about that spiel, huh? Give me your phone number, where you're gonna be, and we'll talk every day.
I can't. Fletcher, it's important that you don't tell anyone that I'm leaving until after I've gone.
It's because you're afraid of Kyle, right?
About the guidelines, I expect you to stick to tough, fair, objective news.
I will do the Journal proud. Now, what about it? Do I see you before you leave?
Please don't interrupt me. I want to get it straight about how you're going to run this paper. No gossip, no scandal, no mention of India or her father.
I said, am I gonna see you before you leave, or what?
I wouldn't leave without saying goodbye to you.
I'm glad, because it would hurt if you did.
I won't, I promise.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that.
treating her like a common criminal.
I'll find out all the details. I'll have Macaulay wire us immediately if there's any news.
But she was doing it all for me, for our home, our family, the Von Holkein honor. The judge has to understand.
It's what she did, not why. I'm sure no one will care what her motives were.
It was justified after what Alexandra has done to us. She made our lives a living hell.
Baron, it'll be all right.
Don't reassure me. It's over, isn't it? We'll find out where she sent the money, and they'll come for me. Well, let them try.
I'm almost certain that we're safe.
All that we've done, all that you've accomplished, lost. Pointless. $2 million.
No, the money can be protected.
How?
Well, I'll have to go to Switzerland and see that all connections between India and our accounts are severed completely.
I won't cut her off. I won't betray my daughter.
Then India and the money will be lost. India's been caught. There's nothing we can do to change that. But we can keep up our end here. India took her risks with her eyes wide open, and she'll come through them, and she'll expect us to keep the faith here, to keep the money here. And we're going to do that. Do you understand?
Are you sure you can protect the money?
Trust me.
I have to protect my daughter's legacy. Do whatever you have to do.
I'll be back tomorrow. Take care of him, Sophia. I'll take care of business.
Chill. You want to go to bed? I'll stoke the fire.
Alan is right. India will come through. She's a Von Holkein. She will face the challenge.
Turn to tell a story.
Since you're sick.
Thanks. Now tell a story.
Actually, there is a story that I heard many, many times when I was a little girl. I would curl up at my father's feet and sit in front of a raging fire and hang on to his every word as he'd say, "Once upon a time, there was a girl who was as good as she was beautiful, and she lived with her father in a castle by the sea."
And the girl was full of promise and hope. She could do her ivory puzzles as fast as she could gallop her pony beside the waves. She could sew a button firm and teach her pretty bird how to perch on her shoulder. Her laughter was sunlight to her father, who loved her so much that he gave her a secret. And the secret is this. Long ago, within the very stone of our castle walls was hidden a treasure of gold coins. And even though its presence was made known to only one in each generation of our family, the gold lay there, untouched, unspoiled, as if waiting for the right hand to claim it one day. When I grow too old and tired and am ready to leave this earth, I will show you where to find the gold, and you will claim it as your legacy and use it well. And in so doing, you will live happily ever after.
And so I will. One day.
India, I'll save you. India, home, protect you. India, safe, safe.
Father, I'm home at last. I'm home to stay.
It's all here for you. Your family, your home, your legacy, your future.
It's where I belong.
The two of you were meant to be together. This is what I want. The continuation of our family in this castle.
What do you mean?
He means that we should marry.
The Von Halkine legacy will be passed on to your children. India, your name, Alan, your wealth and power. I leave the future in your hands.
Father, help me, please. Father, help me. Please, help me. Father!
No. I have to make sure it's hers. I have to keep it safe.
So what do you say? Double the journal's offer.
I told you no.
Come on, Laura. Playing hard to get might have worked with Edward, but doesn't cut mustard with me. Double or nothing. Take it or leave it.
Look, first your paper exploited me, and now you're asking me to exploit something that I did as a favor to a friend. Get lost.
Hey, don't get noble with me. The fact is you went to Stony Lake and took pictures of India Spaulding. No matter where those photos end up, you cannot deny the fact that you snapped the shutter. Who's exploiting who?
I said get lost.
You'll be sorry.
Really?
Fletcher, what are you doing here?
Well, Maeve refused to run the story about India, but you had nothing to do with it.
Thank God for small miracles.
You're still in trouble, though, because I can't pay you. Here are the prints. I thought maybe you'd at least like a souvenir of your first assignment.
Good, I'll frame them.
Who's sorry now?
Aha! Dick Sexton, also known as Mr. Driggs. What do you want?
Well, I couldn't help overhearing your chat and decided to renew my offer for those photos. It seems a shame to let them go to waste.
I said get lost, or I will call security.
No, sell Mr. Driggs the pictures.
Have you lost your mind?
Okay, Sexton, you've got the glossies. What are they worth to you?
Fletcher!
Well, sort of grainy. $750 for all of them. Exclusive rights, too.
No.
You know, actually, you're right, Reva. Because these pictures are front-page material. The lady's bottom price is $1,500 and a credit. And actually, that is her bottom price because she's doing you a favor.
All right. $1,500 and a credit.
Got your word as a newsman? For whatever that's worth.
Of course. I'll give you the cash by 6 o'clock tonight.
What are you doing? You heard me saying no.
Yeah, but you're not getting the whole picture here, no pun intended. You see, by selling Sexton these pictures, we are killing 3 birds with 1 stone.
You want to be a little clearer?
Yeah, sure. Step into my office, please. Thank you. First, you needed money. You got it. Second, I needed to get India's story out in the open, and since Maeve wouldn't print it...
You are going to get Mr. Dreggs to do it for you.
Exactly. And last but not least, India is not the whole story. Now, Sexton thinks she is. That's fine, because while he's off on another tangent, I am going to get the whole story.
Which is?
International white-collar crime covered up by none other than Alexander Spaulding and Baron Leo von Halkay.
You must be mad.
I have to keep it safe for her.
Here, your shield. Why did you go out in a storm like this?
For India.
Oh, Baron, we can't have you sick again. Not like last year. Remember? The pneumonia? It was months. The doctor said never again. He warned you. He said, I must look after your health. Keep you strong. You must go to bed. Put on dry clothes. Let me help you.
The tower in this rain, it's too old. The earth has shifted.
Forget the tower. Alan will be back tomorrow.
Alan.
Oh, please, God, let him be well.
Yes, Alan will take care of it. India will manage in Springfield, and Alan will manage here.
You'll be all right. You'll be warm soon. You'll rest.
Hold on just a second. What do you need the death certificate for?
I need it for the malpractice suit I'm bringing against the people who are responsible for my son's death.
Does Maeve know about this?
Oh, she knows about it, all right. She just doesn't care. She thinks that I'm being morbid. She'd much rather publish a newspaper than find out who's responsible.
Damn, you really are my brother. I tell you, I know just how you feel. If I'd lost little Billy, I'd have a lynch mob about after whoever I thought was responsible. Once I found him, I'd take him to cleaners and run him out of town.
Yeah, it's good to know that somebody understands.
Yeah, there's only one problem.
What?
None of this gonna work at all. I mean, even if you do get the death certificate and you take whoever it is and their mama into court, that's not gonna bring your son back. And it's just gonna cause a whole bunch of people a lot of hurt along the way.
My son is dead, Billy. And nobody gives a damn. I can't let it end this way, and I won't.
An eye for an eye is what you're saying now.
Yes!
Look, Kyle, you're trying to fill an emptiness that you feel with hate. Now, that is not the answer.
All right, Billy. Then you tell me what the answer is. I sure as hell don't know.
Love? You gotta love that little life as though it was lived to the fullest. And then you gotta mourn its passing. I think you ought to have Maeve help you do it if you can't do it yourself.
No, I've got to do it myself. All Maeve wants is a divorce. That's all right. She'll get it. I'll handle this myself. I owe it to my son.
You and I got the same fix on life. I like to get even. But you and me, we just gotta learn to put aside our thirst for revenge.
Oh, call it justice, Billy. Maybe it'll sit better then.
Yeah, but a malpractice suit, that's a whole nother story.
That's right. It's a story of a man who's not going to take it anymore. People got to be responsible for their actions, Billy. There's too much damn passing of the buck. Where the hell is it going to end? People think they can get away with murder, they will.
But you can't take on the whole world.
Well, I'm not gonna lie still for injustice, Billy. What kind of a man would I be then, huh?
Yeah, what kind of man would you be?
So what do you say?
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Help me find the death certificate and the man responsible.
Maybe one day we could go look for the gold. Together.
One day.
Yeah, I want to speak to the State Attorney General. Now, excuse me, ma'am. I don't care if he is busy. You just tell him that Kyle Sampson is on the phone. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Kyle? She's going to get him on the line.
Yes, this is Kyle Sampson speaking. Fine, thanks. How are you? That's good. That's good. Yes, in fact, there is something you can do for me. I need a favor.
Where's Ben?
Hey.
Louie, I don't see Ben. Where is he?
He's got to be in this.
Picture up there.
Yes, we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly. We're gonna fly. You like that, don't you? You like that flying around like.
This has been Guiding Light. Provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, and Barney's. Jewelry by Miriam Haskell. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.